Making 10K per month with your clothing brand is actually much easier than you would think. This may seem like an impossible goal, but if you break everything down and apply the marketing strategies I'm about to teach you, you're only a few strategic moves from making this your reality. For the last 2 years, I've averaged well over 10K per month with my own clothing brand. I remember when I first started, I thought I'd never get to this point, but eventually I made it happen and it has completely changed my life. So starting off, to actually get to that 10K per month mark, you need to figure out how many orders you need to actually get to hit 10K in sales. So just to make things simple, say you're selling $100 items and your average order value is $100, you only need 100 orders per month to hit 10K. If you're selling $50 items and your average order value is $50, then you need 200 orders per month. When you break it down like this, it makes it a lot less scary and actually gives you a goal to work towards. I want you to figure out how many orders per month you need to make for your own clothing brand to hit that 10K mark. Figure out what your average order value is, and then just divide 10K by that, and that's how many orders you will need. All right, great. Now you know how many orders you actually need, but now you actually need enough stock to hit that point. So if you need 100, 200 items per month sold, then you actually need to have that in stock. If you don't actually have that many units, you're never going to hit the 10K mark. My advice to you is go deeper in on stock, order more units. If you're just selling out all the time and you're only doing like 2, 3, 4K in sales, then you should up your stock count and work harder to completely sell out. Now, the way I started hitting 10K months super consistently was I was leaving my website open. I know a lot of brand owners do the drop method where you just drop in one day, you leave your site open for like a week and get the orders during that week. But what I did is I started leaving my site open every single day of the month. What this does is when people go to your site, they don't see a locked website, they actually see products and they can order stuff. If your website has a pretty good conversion rate, then you can actually make a good amount of sales every single day throughout the month. Some months I'm averaging like $500 to $1,000 per day, and if my website was closed, I wouldn't even make those sales. Now, in order to be getting these consistent sales, you need to be having enough site visits. The way you're going to be doing this is utilizing short form content on every single platform. Some brand owners just don't do this, and I don't know why. It is your best bet to just like reaching successful months and getting your brand to a good point. And that is posting on TikTok every single day and Instagram Reels every single day. You should be bulk recording and posting throughout the week. You should be choosing a day in the week, recording like 5 to 10 videos, and then posting them every single day. What this does, it's giving you consistent reach. You're reaching eyes every single day, and those eyes will eventually be going to your website. Now, if you aren't posting every single day and you're just relying on Instagram posts, you're really just not doing yourself a favor. You need to be posting every single day, and eventually some videos will go viral, and that's going to help you grow, and it's going to get a whole bunch of people on your website. So either way, you're going to win much more if you are posting every single day and being consistent. Now, everything I've just said is pretty much what I do. I leave my website open, I post consistently on TikTok and Instagram every single day. People from those videos go to my website, and then they buy stuff. That is how I succeed. That's how I hit consistent 10K months every single month. Now, along with posting short form content every single day, you actually need a proper Instagram rollout. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's all the pictures you're gonna be posting on your Instagram every single day, every couple days, for like 2-3 weeks up until your drop day. This is where you're building up hype, kind of showing off the products you're going to drop. I'm gonna show you examples from my own brand. I think I have pretty good rollout, so I'm just gonna show you what I actually do. First off, you're going to want product photos. Product photos just pretty much displays and shows the item that you're actually selling. It makes it super obvious for the customer. Next up, you're going to want like a real life photo shoot, or also known as a lookbook. This is kind of where you build a vibe for the brand. This helps to show your audience what the item actually looks like on body and how to style it properly. Next, I like to do studio shoots. This is where you take pictures of the clothes on your models with just like a white backdrop, black backdrop, whatever you want to choose. And it just shows how perfect your clothing fits, gives a better visualization of how items do fit, and it will just help your customer know what it looks like. You're going to need to post all these things. It's just like brings proof of concept to your brand. It makes people trust you. It creates the world around your brand. You need to be doing proper Instagram rollouts. If you're not, then why should people like you? Why should people like your brand if you can't even put the effort into doing some cool pictures and lookbooks and stuff like that? Now, the next thing you need to be doing to be hitting consistent 10K months is building up your SMS list and using your SMS list. If you don't know what an SMS list, it's when you collect customers' phone numbers and then you get to text them directly, telling them that your products are out or that something new is coming, whatever you want to text them. But utilizing an SMS list is so important. To build up your SMS list, if you close your website, you should have a SMS sign-up form. When the website is open, you can have a pop-up. When the pop-up shows up, people can put their phone number in for like a $5 off coupon off their first order. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Pretty much every single website does this nowadays. For doing SMS marketing, you're gonna wanna use either Postscripts or Klaviyo. These are both Shopify apps. I'm not sure if it's on other website building websites, but you should be using these on Shopify. And when you build up your SMS list enough, it can be crazy. You could be doing 10K in sales just off the SMS list. It's gonna take a while to actually build it to that point, but brands do this. Brands do 100K sales off of just their SMS list. It can get crazy. Next up, this is super, super important. This will take a little bit of time to actually get to this point, but it is using repeat buyers. If you're always marketing to new people and only selling to first-time buyers, you're gonna have a much harder time hitting 10K months. But if you have customers that are coming back month after month and buying again and again, putting a 5th order, a 6th order in, pretty much buying from every single drop, it's gonna be much easier to get to where you want to go. When you have a mixture of repeat buyers and new buyers, getting to that 10K months can be so much easier and you can make it happen so much quicker. Right now, my repeat buyers, every single drop, it's about 30% to 40%. So every time I drop, 30% of the stock is being bought by people who have already bought from me before. So I only have to find 70% new eyes to actually buy from me every single month. Instead of 100% new buyers, it's gonna be a lot easier when you have those repeat buyers. Now the next important thing that you wanna focus on is average order value. When you go on Shopify, you can see the average amount people spend on your website. This will vary to every single website depending on how much your items actually are. Mine, I'm pretty sure, is around 130 to 140, but if your average order value is super, super low, only around like $30 to $40, you're gonna have a much harder time hitting 10K months consistently. If you're only selling like $30 t-shirts, you're gonna have to sell like 300 t-shirts per month to hit 10K. But if you're like me and you sell more expensive items like $140, $150 jeans, you only have to sell like 80 pairs of jeans per month to hit 10K. Selling more expensive items are a little bit harder, but it can actually be a little bit easier because when you're getting those sales, it adds up so much faster. 10 customers who spend $30 compared to 5 customers who spend $100, you're making more money from just 5 customers compared to a lot more customers spending less. So with all this being said, you need to raise your average order value. You either need to sell more expensive items, have like higher tier items that are like over $100, or you need to be doing like bundle deals. Like if you buy 2 t-shirts or 3 t-shirts, you get like a discount. You need to be raising the average order value. If you actually do everything I just said to a T, hitting a 10K month should be a lot easier, but one 10K month, that's cool and all, but you want to do that every single month. So the way you do this is you actually need to be consistent. You need to be dropping every single month without missing a month. 12 drops a year, maybe even more than that if you're capable of doing so. Now with working with manufacturers overseas, things take time. It could take like 2 to 3, even longer, like 4 months to actually design something, get it sampled, get the bulk in, we'll get the bulk produced, and then actually get the bulk in, and then market the piece. Like all this takes a lot of time. So if you want to hit consistent 10K months, you need to get so far ahead. You want to get at least 4 to 5 months ahead of schedule. So right now it is summer, but I am sampling things in winter. I am getting my fall and winter production ready because that time's going to pass so quick and eventually we're gonna be there. And if I don't have items ready, then I'm gonna miss months and I'm not gonna be making a lot of money every single month if I don't have things ready. So you need to do the exact same thing. You need to get ahead of schedule by ordering samples ahead of time, ordering pre-made bulks ahead of time. You need to pretty much make a calendar of what you're dropping every single month, how long it would take to produce those items, and then order it on time. You need to be ordering things ahead of time so you're ready to drop in the months that you want it to drop. This is tough. It takes capital and it takes, risk. There's investment involved. You need to be putting a lot of money out the door, but eventually a lot of the money comes back in when you're actually dropping. It's risky, but this is how you're going to grow. This is how you're going to make money consistently every single month. And there you go. That is my marketing strategy and all the things I do to actually hit these consistent high sales months. It took me a couple years to get all this together and figure out what works, figure out what doesn't work, what actually attributes to a lot of sales, and kind of what really helps me get to the, I know I keep saying it, but the 10K months. That's what we want. That's where you actually start making a little bit money. You can actually be taking money out of the brand and paying yourself. And this is where you actually start to scale and start having some fun with the brand, business-wise. If you are actually serious about hitting your goals with your brand and you feel like you've been stuck for a while now, I'm accepting a couple applications to start coaching some brand owners. I have completely changed my life with my own clothing brand, and I'm confident I can do the same with you. If you guys are interested, hit the link in the description to apply to work with me and hear more about my community. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you there. Later.